All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We've got a fascinating topic lined up today, and a truly impressive collection of information to sift through. We're talking about what are called AI agents, and specifically a list of 50 digital solutions that these agents could potentially power.
That's right, 50. It's a pretty extensive list showcasing just how broad the applications of these AI agents could be. It's essentially, intelligent software that can carry out tasks on its own in the digital world.
So for our listeners, what we're going to do in this deep dive is, well, we're not going to cover all 50, of course, but we are going to extract the most compelling ideas from this list, the ones that really highlight the transformative potential of these AI agents.
Our mission is to give you a shortcut to understanding this exciting field. We want to point out those aha moments that really make you think about how AI could impact our lives.
Exactly. And when you look at the list, it's really quite striking how many different areas it touches upon. You've got customer service, education, healthcare finance, cybersecurity, content creation. It's really just about every aspect of our digital lives.
Yeah. And what's so interesting is that the fundamental idea behind it all is if an AI agent can genuinely perform any digital task, then the only limits are, well, our imagination in coming up with these applications, and then our ability to actually implement them. So this list is like a snapshot of this explosion of potential.
Okay, so let's start unpacking this a bit. Let's start with something that I think we all encounter pretty regularly, and that's customer service. One of the first things that the list highlights is automated customer support chatbots.
Right. And I mean, you've probably interacted with these already, but the potential here goes far beyond answering simple questions or navigating a website.
Yeah, I mean, think about it. Instead of waiting on hold for who knows how long, you could get an instant answer to your question 24/7, no matter what time it is. It would just save so much time and frustration.
Absolutely. And that directly translates to greater efficiency in your day-to-day life, as a listener. You wouldn't have to wait for business hours or sit through those interminable hold times. These AI chatbots can handle a huge number of inquiries all at the same time, leaving human agents to focus on those really complex issues that require that human touch.
Now, it's not just about text-based chat either. Another really interesting communication solution that's on the list is real-time language translation.
Yeah, now this one really gets me excited. Think about the possibilities. You could be traveling in any country and order food without any hassle or miscommunication. Or, on the business side, you could be collaborating with people from all over the world seamlessly.
It's like the world suddenly becomes a lot smaller and more accessible, right?
Exactly. And it raises some interesting questions, too. Like, as these translation tools get better and more people start using them, how will that change how we think about learning new languages? Will people still feel the need to learn other languages? Or will it just make it easier to connect with others from different cultures?
That's a really good question. And speaking of making things more accessible, something else the list mentions is automated transcription and captioning.
Oh, that's a big one. Absolutely.
Yeah. Whether you're catching up on meeting notes or watching a video, having accurate transcripts and captions can make a big difference in how much you understand and how productive you can be.
And it's also a major step toward greater inclusivity. For people who are deaf or hard of hearing, accurate captions are absolutely essential for accessing information.
Right. It's not just a convenience thing. It opens up a whole world of content to people.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to another area that I know a lot of our listeners are interested in, and that's education. And one of the most compelling ideas on this list is the development of personalized learning platforms powered by AI.
Oh, yeah, this is a fascinating one.
So imagine a system that goes beyond just tracking your progress. I mean, a system that can actually figure out when a concept clicks for you, maybe by analyzing your interaction patterns or something. And then it adjusts the curriculum on the fly to build on that understanding in a way that just wouldn't be possible with a traditional system.
That's the real beauty of it. It's about tailoring the learning experience to each individual's needs and pace. I mean, think about how much more effective and engaging learning could be if it was perfectly matched to your learning style. And, this isn't just some futuristic dream either. We're already seeing AI-powered language learning apps that do this to some degree, like adjusting exercises based on your weaknesses.
That's right. Now, for something a little more practical, the list also mentions automated resume and CV builders.
Oh, I could have used that a few times in my life.
Who hasn't, right? I mean, putting together a resume that really showcases your skills and experience can be, well, a bit of a nightmare. So imagine a tool that helps you identify the keywords that employers are looking for and then structures your resume in a way that highlights those things.
Right. It basically takes the guesswork out of it. It analyzes job descriptions and figures out what's important to those employers. And then it helps you tailor your resume to make sure that your skills stand out.
Okay, let's shift gears now to an area where AI could have a huge impact on, well, on everyone really, and that's healthcare. One of the truly groundbreaking solutions on this list is the idea of AI system that can provide assistance with healthcare diagnostics.
Oh, yeah. This has the potential to be a real game changer.
Imagine a system that can analyze thousands of medical images, like, cancer scans, in the time that it would take a human expert to review just a handful, and maybe even pick up on subtle anomalies that a human eye might miss. It could lead to diagnoses weeks, maybe even months earlier than they're happening now.
That's exactly what makes this so exciting. Catching diseases early when treatment is most effective is, well, it could completely transform healthcare. Think about the potential impact on survival rates and the quality of life for people with serious illnesses.
It would be like having a tireless, super-powered second opinion available to every doctor. And it doesn't stop there. We've also got virtual health monitoring, where AI could track your vital signs remotely and alert your doctor if something seems off.
It really points to a future where healthcare is much more proactive. You wouldn't have to wait until you're feeling sick to see a doctor.
Right. It would be like having an early warning system for your health.
And we should also mention AI-based mental health support. There are already chatbots out there that can offer some basic cognitive behavioral therapy techniques. They're not meant to replace therapists, but they can offer immediate support to people who might not have access to traditional mental health care.
That's a really important point. Okay, so let's move on to something that impacts all of us in this digital age, and that's finance. And a really crucial solution on the list is AI-based fraud detection.
Absolutely. I mean, with so many transactions happening online these days, it's more important than ever to have robust security measures in place.
Right. So imagine having AI that's constantly monitoring your transactions in real time, looking for any suspicious activity, and flagging it immediately. It would be like having an extra layer of protection for your finances.
And that peace of mind is, I think, invaluable these days. Knowing that AI is constantly working to protect your financial information is incredibly reassuring. And these systems are getting really sophisticated, They use machine learning models that are constantly being updated with new data, which means they can identify those evolving fraud patterns much, much faster than traditional security systems.
Right. And speaking of finance, the idea of automated financial advisory services, or robo-advisors as they're often called, is becoming more and more popular. And, it makes sense. These platforms offer personalized investment advice based on your goals and your risk tolerance. It could really make sophisticated financial planning much more accessible to everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. For a long time, that kind of personalized advice was really only available to wealthy individuals who could afford high fees. But robo-advisors have the potential to change that. They can offer a more affordable alternative, and that could be a real game changer for people who want to take control of their finances.
Okay, let's switch gears again and talk about cybersecurity. Another critical solution highlighted on the list is AI-powered cybersecurity threat detection.
Oh, yeah. This is a big one, especially in today's world where the threats are becoming more and more sophisticated every day.
Right. So imagine having AI that can analyze huge amounts of data and identify threats in real time before they can even cause any damage.
It's all about speed. The faster you can identify and respond to a threat, the better chance you have of minimizing the damage. And AI has a real advantage here because it can process massive amounts of data so quickly and spot those subtle patterns that humans might miss.
And we can't forget about automated video surveillance analysis either. I mean, it has the potential to make public spaces much safer by identifying suspicious activities in real time, which could allow for much quicker intervention by security personnel.
Exactly. And it's not just about reacting to things after they've happened. It's about being proactive and anticipating potential threats.
Okay, let's move on to something a little more fun. I think this one's going to be particularly interesting to the creative folks out there. And that's AI-driven content creation.
Yeah, this is a fascinating one. Imagine having AI that can write articles or social media posts or even draft video scripts.
Right. You can really streamline the whole content creation process.
And I think what's most exciting is that it has the potential to enhance human creativity. It's not necessarily about replacing human writers or artists altogether, but it's about giving them more powerful tools to work with. Like, imagine overcoming writer's block in seconds.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
And we also see automated podcast editing on the list, which, well, given that we're doing a podcast right now, I think we can all appreciate that.
Definitely.
Imagine having AI that can remove all the filler words, the ums and ahs, and adjust the audio levels and maybe even suggest ways to improve the pacing. It could save us a lot of time in editing and really improve the quality of the final product.
Absolutely. Okay, so thinking about our own daily lives and our personal productivity, one of the most intriguing solutions on this list is virtual personal assistants powered by AI.
Yeah, this one could really be a game changer.
I mean, imagine having an intelligent agent that can manage your schedule, set reminders, book appointments, and just take care of all those little administrative tasks that eat up so much of our time. It would free up so much mental space to focus on more important things.
Exactly. It's about using AI to make our lives less cluttered and more efficient. And then there are more behind-the-scenes applications as well, like automated data entry and processing, which might not sound very exciting, but it can really make a huge difference in terms of efficiency for businesses and organizations.
All right, let's zoom out a bit now and think about infrastructure and the environment. One of the solutions on the list that has huge implications is predictive maintenance for machinery.
Right. This is about using AI to analyze data from sensors on equipment to predict when something might fail.
And that's so important because if you can anticipate these failures, you can fix things before they break down, which means less downtime and fewer disruptions.
Exactly. It's all about optimizing efficiency. And another really interesting solution that's on the list is smart traffic management systems.
Oh yeah, that one caught my eye too.
I mean, who hasn't been stuck in traffic and wish there was a better way, right? So imagine AI systems that can optimize traffic flow in real time, adjusting signal timings and things like that to reduce congestion.
It could make commutes shorter, reduce fuel consumption, and even cut down on emissions.
Exactly. It's a win-win for everyone. Okay, now let's talk about something a little more personal lifestyle and consumer services. I think we're all pretty familiar with smart content recommendation engines these days.
Oh yeah, Netflix, Amazon, you name it, they're everywhere.
Right. And they're all powered by AI algorithms that learn your preferences and try to serve up content that you'll find interesting and engaging.
It's all about personalization, right?
Exactly. I mean, there's just so much content out there these days that it can be overwhelming. So having an AI that can sift through it all and find the things that you're most likely to enjoy is incredibly valuable. And then you've got things like virtual travel planning assistants, which can suggest personalized itineraries, book your flights and hotels, and even recommend local activities.
Yeah, it sounds like it could make planning a trip a lot less stressful.
It definitely could. Okay, finally, let's touch on some of the more specialized applications of AI. One that really jumped out at me is AI-based agricultural yield prediction.
Oh, that's a fascinating one.
Imagine using AI to analyze weather patterns, soil conditions, and other factors to help farmers optimize their planting and harvesting strategies. The goal is to increase crop yields, which could have a huge impact on global food security.
It's a great example of how AI can be used to tackle some of the world's most pressing problems.
Absolutely. And another one along those lines is AI-driven disaster response coordination, where AI could be used to analyze data and predict the impact of natural disasters, which would allow for much more effective and efficient relief efforts.
It's really incredible to think that we've only just scratched the surface of these 50 potential solutions. I mean, we've talked about everything from making our daily commutes more efficient to revolutionizing healthcare to addressing global food security.
It's a testament to the sheer versatility and potential of AI agents.
Absolutely. So to our listeners, I'd like to leave you with this question. Which of these applications resonated with you the most? Which ones do you think have the greatest potential to transform our lives or shape the future of society?
And here's another thought to ponder. As these AI agents become more and more sophisticated, how will they change the way we work, learn, and live? It's really just the beginning of this technological revolution, and I think there are a lot more aha moments waiting to be discovered.
I think you're right about that. And we look forward to continuing to explore these fascinating questions with you in future deep dives.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening.